Hello and welcome to VESL Updates. This is going to be a channel where we're going to be bringing you guys all the action week to week for the season games that are being played for VESL. My name is Eli the Ninja. I'm joined with Chris today. We're going to be your regional directions for the Sandhills Conference. To tell you a little bit more about myself, been in esports for about 20 years now, used to compete in Halo, also went on to coach Halo and also cast Halo. If you follow Halo in any of the tournaments, you'll see me on the broadcast quite frequently. But Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself and your gaming experience.
Great. Thank you. My name is Chris. I also go by the Party Foul. I started esports in college playing Heroes of the Storm, competed in Heroes of the Dorm, and ended up transitioning to manage teams for Simplicity Esports, everything from Heroes of the Storm, Gears of War, and every other game that you can think of that joined under our banner. But speaking of games, though, let's talk about one of our games for this season, Rocket League.
Yeah, so this year we're hosting Rocket League once again, one of the most popular games amongst the students, both this season and last season. We've got a lot of really talented individuals in our conference. I know that Durham School of the Arts made it all the way to the semifinals last season, got some of the same players on that squad this season as well. And there's some rumblings of some high-ranked SSL players in the league for Sandhills as well. So very curious to see how it plays out throughout the season. But for anybody that's maybe a little bit less familiar with Rocket League in general, could you give them a little bit of a heads up on that?
Yeah, so this season we will actually be doing 3v3s for Rocket League. The regular game mode, Soccer, will be our game of choice, and we'll be hosting those every Thursday starting at 5 o'clock.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to seeing all of the matches. There's so much talent, like I said, not just in this conference, but in the other conferences as well. Maybe I'm a little bit biased and I'm rooting for Sandhills to pull out the W this time at the state championship. Lots of awesome stuff in store for you guys. So let's talk a little bit about the schedule, though. So we're going to be starting all of these broadcasts at 5 p.m. or sorry, at 6 p.m. Matches will start at 5 p.m. and that'll be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So make sure you guys tune back in at 6 o'clock on each of those weekdays for the rest of the matches. But it's not going to look exactly the same as it looks right now once we get into future weeks, and that's because we got a new studio. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Great. Yeah, and as you can see, we are going to be moving into a new studio space in the coming weeks. As you can see on the pictures here, we have a whole green rooms dedicated so we can bring you the best content we possibly can.
Yeah, it looks awesome, man. I mean, granted, those ladders should not be there, I hope, by the time we get in there. But we're going to have a lot of great space to work with to just highlight all the individuals that are competing in the season. I can't wait to get in there. We're going to produce some awesome content for you guys to watch every single week. But on that note, that's all we've got this week for the pre-show. Make sure you guys are tuning in at 6 o'clock tomorrow for the next preseason show. And if you're competing, make sure you show up to your matches because we're going to be commentating those as well.